Dan Snyder is perhaps the most hated owner in pro sports. And in fairness, there's a lot of reasons not to like him. In fact, he just had to put out a statement disputing an ESPN report that he hired private investigators to get dirt on fellow owners. I've never hired any private investigator to look into any owner or the commissioner. I've never instructed or authorized my lawyers to hire any private investigator on my behalf for any such purpose, and I never would. Dan Lust is here, sports attorney. It's interesting that the NFL owners is probably the most exclusive club in the world, right? And they can kick out by a supermajority vote anybody they don't like. But is it really fair for them to do that to Dan Snyder, as contemptible as some people find him?
I mean, yes and no, right? First of all, pleasure to join you, right? But at the end of the day, right, this is a private association. It is a exclusive club. There are 32 NFL owners. Each of those teams is worth about, I don't know, $2-3 billion at this point. The Denver Broncos just sold for $4.5 billion, so I'm probably being conservative. Do they have the right to kick him out? I mean, they have association rules just like a country club would have or any type of group, right? If 24 of 32 owners decide to vote him out of the league, that's it, right? He can go kicking and screaming. It's never happened, Leland, in professional sports, our four major sports: hockey, football, basketball, baseball. But this really has the potential for it to happen for the first time in history.
So you think of all the reasons that people cite Dan Snyder that they don't like, right? Blackmailing NFL owners allegedly with dirt. He denies it. Sexual harassment claims inside the Washington Redskins, alleged link to Jeffrey Epstein, selling explicit cheerleader photos, toxic work environment, nude cheerleader photo shoot, aging. He was against changing the Redskins' name, on and on and on and on. At the same time, okay, you think about Jim Irsay, DUI arrests. You think about Robert Kraft, who's obviously had his own issues with the law. There's a number of owners who've got real problems. Why is Snyder sort of singled out in this way?
I think the easiest way to explain it, right, it's business. The one thing that you did not mention on those laundry list of allegations, and honestly, it's embarrassing that it's too many to count. But there is one that's floating out there that I think is relevant for this analysis. Dan Snyder is accused, as an accusation that came up during the congressional hearings, that the team and the ticket group was essentially cooking the books, that they were underreporting team revenue for games and taking that ticket revenue and saying, well, actually, the Navy football game was actually more heavily attended at the field, or the Kenny Chesney concert. So underreporting revenue in a league that depends on revenue sharing is, in theory, stealing money from the other owners, right? So you combine that, which is not an issue of, discretions or sexual assault or something like that. It's also stealing money from billionaires, right? And the other part of that, in a major media market, the nation's capital of Washington, the Commanders are regularly one of the worst performing teams in terms of box office, people actually coming to the game. So again, revenue sharing. So if you're one of the 31 NFL owners and you have the guy that's near or towards the bottom in terms of revenue, and that's the guy that's causing all these problems. And then, moreover, he's being
that is right. It comes down to money. You think about Irsay. He owned the Colts. He was arrested for DUI, charged with DUI and 4 felony counts. That was back in 2014. But the Colts had done really well. They had Peyton Manning for a while, on and on and on. Then, okay. The flip side with Snyder has come down to this issue of the stadium. When asked about his fellow owners would forgive Snyder for the team's financial woes and toxic culture scandal if Snyder would build a new stadium, the owner quickly replied, yes. I mean, understandable, it's an anonymous quote, right?
It's an anonymous quote, but it's a troubling quote. We'll leave it at that. It's very troubling.
And go explain why it's so troubling, or is it just being honest and sort of there you go?
Well, this is to the first part of your question, right? The NFL is a business. They're a private association. You mentioned Jim Irsay. We could talk about Jerry Jones. We could talk about Bob Kraft. Owners have had their
indiscretions.
Issues. Right. Yeah. But it could be basketball. We could go through the laundry list. But again, it's never happened that someone is getting close to being thrown out of the league. It's a problematic response.
Why should fans, if billionaires want to be billionaires, and we should point out, if he's thrown out of the league and Dan Snyder paid his fines and he turned over ownership to his daughter and on and on and on, now he's got congressional investigators going after him just because sort of the Democrats who are in Congress and live in Washington really don't like him. But he sells his team. He doesn't lose any money, right?
No, he profits to the tune of like $5 billion. Honestly, the Broncos went for 4.5. DC as a market, I mean, it's just as good as Denver, if not maybe better. I don't know if that's controversial, but that's the question, right? If Dan Snyder is not an owner of an NFL team and he's just a really rich guy, Politicians are not going to be barking down his door. People aren't going to care as much.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.